Hello everybody, my name is Tang Hung. Today I will introduce you about the case study, Google Books Settlement, Is It Fair? I will divide into three main parts. The first part is the case study summary. The second part is answering the questions. And the third part is lessons from the case. Now let's look at the case.
Google Books, previously known as Google Book Search and Google Print, is a service from Google Incorporation that provides a full text of books and magazines online. Google Books aim to put everything digital, provide access to all of the world's information, profit by selling ad space. Google is not a criminal organization, but it is quite or not when it scans millions of copyrighted books without any permission. It also provides users with access to a book without any charge, selling ad space and earn millions of dollars without sharing the revenue to the publishers and the authors. About the partner programs, the first part of the program in 2002 scanned books in library, made parts available online. It also displayed the ads. And the publishers were promised to be given a 70% of the display ad revenues of the book sales. So at that time, there was no problem there. But the second part is controversial. Google Books display relevant portions without contracting or getting permission from the publishers or paying any royalty fee. Google has backing of many famous libraries, such as Harvard University's Stanford Universities, New York Public Library, and Oxford Universities. But not all librarians agree. Libraries that work with Google must agree to make material unavailable to other commercial services, so it arises a problem there. Unluckily, Google Books faced a lot of conflicts. It started in 2005. Google Books faced lawsuits arising out by 5 publishing companies in New York. Google said they don't do anything wrong, except they're stealing people's property. They also claim about the fair use doctrine under the Agreement of Copyright Act in 1976 between the libraries and the publishers. In 2008, Google agreed to settle and paying about $128 million USD to the parties. No provisions for public domain books and orphan book. In 2009, a group of companies and organizations, Microsoft, Yahoo, Amazon, the American Association of Publishers, claimed that Google has too much power. In 2011, federal judges said that the Google should be given benefit, that is the monopoly, to exploit and profit from the book without permission of the copyright owners, especially the authors of the orphan book whose content owners Google could not identify. In 2013, the federal court ruled out that before the court can whether Google's action constitutes fair use must first be determined. And also, publishers can choose to permit Google to scan out of print books that are still under copyright. If Google scans their permitted book, it must provide the publishers with a digital copy for their own use.
That's all about the case study. To understand more about the Google Books strategy, we come to the second part, answering the question.
The first question is, who is harmed by the Google Library program? Make a list of harmed groups, and for each group, try to devise a solution that would eliminate or lessen the harm. Some of the harmed groups would be the publishers and the authors, who would receive no royalty fee on the book distributed. The other is the book dealers and the book distributor, who would also lose the sales. Competitors and the search engine like Amazon, Microsoft, and Yahoo, who will be harmed. With the publishers and the authors, one solution is to pay a royalty for the text portion that are distributed based on the Google revenue from selling ads on the pages. For the book dealers and the book distributor, they are unlikely to suffer much harm because many of scanned books are already in libraries. So a sweetener for the book dealers might be to include their names and URLs on the Google display pages, telling the user where the book might be purchased online. For the competitors, like Amazon, Microsoft, Google should not prohibit other institutions to scan their book to ensure the competitive environment. The second question is, why is Google pursuing the Library Project program? Make a list of benefits to Google. Well, Google purchased the program with the aim to scan millions of books without getting permission or paying any royalty fee. It also sells ads or getting exclusive rights. Google can gain some following benefit. Google's search engine becomes more valuable as its content is richer. Google users' audience grow up. Google sells ads on the pages and creates revenue. Google experience spillover from the one service to its other services. If you were a librarian, would you support Google's library project? Why or why not? Yes, I do agree, because the purpose of a library is to make books easily and inexpensively available to local community. Google Services is complementary to this mission by making relevant portions of book easily available to users and available to every people. The fourth question is, why do firms like Amazon, Yahoo and Microsoft oppose the library project, and why would a firm like Sony support Google? Well, Amazon, Yahoo and Microsoft will take whatever step to prevent the growth of the Google. Amazon has a system in selling book and e-book and its Kindle format, including orphan copyright books, and is fear that Google might success first. Yahoo and Microsoft may have e-book visions as well, and certainly they don't want any competitors to have exclusive right to any book. However, Sony supports Google because Sony is a hardware maker of the e-book readers, and also support any idea for increasing the selection of the e-book, especially in universal EPUB. Do you think that the library program will result in a de facto monopoly in e-book, or will there be other competitors? Well, the agreement in case study does grant Google an exclusive right to only orphan copyright book, not to all books. By using the standard, Google is making it difficult for others to use Google e-book scan files, suggesting that Google is looking to create a sandbox where only it can play, and the cost of building a whole other sandbox is prohibitive. So the answer is yes. The current agreement has a good chance of resulting in de facto monopoly, which is why major groups are opposed to it.
Thanks to the case study, we now can learn a lot of information from Google Book.
Understanding that ethical, social, the law awareness is an important part of business life. As long as the business stays within the law, it is okay. Understand the different methods about intellectual property and the challenge involved. In the case of Google Books, it deals with the lawsuits by giving the fair use doctrine. The fair use doctrines permit limited use of copyrighted as long as it does not harm the commercial value of the work. It is limited to the small portions, the nature of the work, the nature of use, non-commercial purpose. Additionally, before doing business, particularly related to provide book services or other inventions, we need to consider about the authorized, patents, trademark, and the copyright. Finally, for Vietnamese company, especially Vietnamese e-commerce companies, specialize in information sharing services, must understand carefully about the international laws in order to avoid the litigations and the lawsuit. That's all about the case study. Thank you for listening.